so far away from me. We're live.
Cool.
What's up, the world?
Hello, the people.
Hello. Well, let's start with the question is, how was everybody else's day? Did you go to work today? Did you not work today? Who has a job? Who doesn't have a job?
Yeah. And if you do have a job, like if you have your own company, what's your call volume like right now? What's going on with that? What's going on with your call volume? What's
All the entrepreneurs out there.
all those people.
Haley.
Hi, Haley. She doesn't have a job and didn't go to work today.
No?
No.
Haley,
Nothing. She did nothing.
Absolutely nothing. She's killing it.
I totally believe that.
She is killing it.
Well, if you did nothing today, what time did your routine start there?
At nothing o'clock.
Yeah. But no, that's how late is
That's
it?
the story of today.
9:10.
The struggle is real. That was the topic,
Oh,
right?
okay.
See at the top?
Oh, no, my eyes don't go that far.
Top left? You can't see that?
She got up at 3 p.m., I'm sure.
PM, yes.
Yeah.
Jeez, I wish.
We're roasting our own child, by the way. I don't want somebody to be like, oh my God, they're roasting somebody. They're not forgetting him at 3. No, that's our child, by the way. Yeah. Nobody get mad.
3 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
I just wish I could sleep till 10 sometimes.
Yeah.
Even 9 would be great some days.
Mm-hmm. I would like to not fall asleep at 4 and then sleep till 10. Like, yeah. I would like to just sleep until 6 so I can get up and get my day going. But
you have to fall asleep at 8.
Yeah. I know.
And nobody else does. So
nobody does. No one, including you. You must be super antsy. Your foot's bouncing like crazy.
I am. I'm antsy about this podcast, and it seems like all we have is a daughter on.
Yeah. Why are you antsy about the podcast? What's on your brain? What's on your mind? What are you thinking?
I just know that there's so many people that are struggling.
This is true. So
they're not talking about it. Like they're sitting at home and they're being quiet and they're going to self-destruct.
Here's the deal. They are talking about it, but they are talking about it anonymously.
Well, they're talking about it to their spouse if they're talking about it, right?
Yeah.
And as great as that is, that can be toxic as well.
It is. Cheers, honey.
Okay, get my pinky out.
Get your pinkies out.
Little gray poupon. I'm bougie with my coffee, so I've got to make it a shot at a time.
Yeah, with a double insulated cup there.
Yeah, isn't it cute?
It's very darling.
This is my 3rd, 5th one.
You are not going to sleep with a dang darn. Yeah, so the reason what sparked this off is that I've been digging into my Bible and reading my Bible and studying my Bible and studying and studying and studying. And I wrote something this evening. Yeah. I read something this evening in my Bibles.
Tell us about it. Actually, tell us the scripture first.
I'd have to go get my Bible because I didn't memorize
it. The one that you told me?
Yeah.
Jeremiah 10, 17 through 22.
Yes. Yeah. So I don't have it memorized and it makes me want to go get my Bible. So I'm going to go get it.
At least I memorized the scripture.
She's at a friend's house. She wanted to escape so bad. She said, send me away.
Probably. Yeah. So anyways, we're going to talk about some stuff. And we hope that you guys collaborate. Don't hope that you guys are struggling. We just hope that you're willing to collaborate with us tonight and let the rest of the world know that they're not alone. Everybody's struggling right now in some point of their life. May not be a financial struggle, might be a mental struggle.
Custody, court. You just don't
know. Custody, court.
Could be anything. You just don't even know. I'm sorry, your boyfriend.
All types of things can be struggles. And we know that pretty much everybody's got something going on in their life.
So I read.
This is a safe place to let it out.
It is a safe place.
And if you want to be added to the podcast, just shoot that in and then we'll add you in.
Yeah, drop a link. Yeah, drop a comment, whatever. We got 10 people viewing. Welcome. All right. So I was reading my Bible, I'm studying because I've got a lot of worry, and I'm trying to study my Bible and be better about, like, letting worry go, finding out what the Bible says about worry, like, and my streams on social media have changed too about what is influencing and coming inward because that matters. So it's not the drama, it's not, um, all of that stuff that's going on. Haley said she wants to be added.
We can't add Haley.
So I a lot of my socials are changing. And so Joyce Myers, I follow her, and one of her podcasts that she just did was like, "Hey, I'm so glad you tuned in. I'm so glad you go to to people. I'm so glad you go to church. I'm so glad you have a preacher or pastor that you follow who is, deciphering the Bible for you, but you've got to study on your own."
Sorry, Haley.
And I was like, "Yeah, that's so true." And I even had one that came up and I was like, "I cannot believe this just came across." And I went over and I placed it on your
Yeah.
lap and I was like, you need to hear this." And um this is about the coming destruction in Jeremiah. And the way that the way that this spoke to me
The
was
way that it's even worded
Mhm.
has a lot to do with what's happening right now.
Yeah. So this is the coming destruction. And mind you, let me say this
And
again.
this just, by the way, she just picked this scripture out of the blue. This was not premeditated. It wasn't pre-thought out. None of that
No.
took place. She flipped to this in the Bible and started reading.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make that very clear,
Yeah.
because that's what makes it kind of strange.
Huh? What, Robert?
Robert says
I don't know. Okay. I have no idea.
I don't know what that means.
I don't either. He did actually just post about Bible scriptures. Anyways,
Who is Bibbles? Bibbles?
Babaladas? I don't know. Okay, thanks, Robert.
Jennifer Johnston, add me. Who's Jennifer Johnston? I'm confused, Robert. But we will add you.
We will add you.
How do we do that again?
Do you have? Oh, I've got to get up and do it. All right. Yeah. So hang on just a second because yeah. Oh, you need to go to the invite button right there. I forget you have invite. Perfect. And hit copy. Perfect. Robert, we're going to be sending you the invite via the Facebook. You've got it copied. Messenger. Oh yeah, send it back via Messenger, and I think my Facebook should be linked.
We're gonna hope
it's not. Oh wait, up there, go put in his name, Robert.
Well, I don't have a keyboard.
Oh, see. Hang on.
I think it's over there charging. Maybe. Uno momento, Roberto. Link's going to come to you via Facebook Messenger. Be on the lookout. Already come. Did you send it? Did you get it, Robert? I'm going to also have to make this side by side.
Yeah, you can't till he comes in. Before he pops in, I want to read this because just the way that it wrote, the way that it was written, it really hit my heart. And I even read it out loud twice to you. I was like, and then I was like reading specific parts over and over again. There you go.
Oh, there.
Add him in.
And there you are.
Hi, Robert. Oh, we're gonna have to scoot closer together
on the big screen.
Or you're gonna? Can you stack us? Or do the one. Do the right. Do one more to the right. Yeah, there you go. Okay.
Wait.
We got to make sure we can hear you good.
Yeah. Oh, he turned his light on for us. Thank you, Robert.
No longer.
Murph, Stella, go inside. Go on, Murph.
So the doing of the study of my Bible and everything, and I came across Jeremiah 10:17 through 22, and it says the coming destruction. Gather up your belongings to leave the land, you who live under siege. For this, what Lord says, at this time I will hurl out all of those who live in this land.
Where'd you go?
Oh, he'll be back. I will bring distress on them so that they can be captured. Woe to me because of my injury. My wound is incurable. Yet I said to myself, this is my sickness and I must endure it. My tent is destroyed. All of my ropes are snapped. My sons are gone from me and are no more. No one is left now to pitch my tent or to set up my shelters. The shepherds are senseless and do not inquire of the Lord, so they do not prosper, and all of their flocks is scattered. Listen, the report is coming, a great commotion for the land from the land of the north. It will make the towns of Judah desolate and haunt of jackals. So to me, that is a huge, like, the way that I read that and the way that it spoke to me was just like the land of the north. We're North America. We literally are the land of the north. And then it says, like, the shepherds are senseless. All of our government is freaking senseless. They don't inquire about God. They don't inquire about the Lord, so they don't prosper. And all of the flocks are scattered. Literally, all of our people of our nation are completely lost right now. We are so lost. And literally, we have things that are destroyed. We've got people who all of their ropes are snapped, meaning like everything that they would have to normally hold their lives together, all of their resources are gone. Everything is gone. They have no way to continue to tie things together. No one is left now. No one is left now to pitch my tent or set up my shelter. No, because we have relied on them for so long for them to say, they are like, oh no, we got it. We're gonna do it for you. We're gonna have this program or that program or sign up for like they're not gonna be here anymore for any of that. And it literally says, listen, exclamation point. The report is coming, a great commotion from the land of the north.
Hey, Jennifer.
Yeah.
Look.
Oh, work hard and trust God. Amen. Amen.
Look at the shirt I have on right now.
Yep. It's so true.
Need I say more?
Right? And everyone will be saying, woe to me because of my injury. My wound is incurable. Yet people are going to be saying but only then are people going to be then saying, I must endure it. Like, I did this to myself. That's so true.
Yes. Yes. Everything that, like if we look at everything that is happening right now in America, if we look at, like, let's take the bullshit and let's set it aside and let's look at what is real. What is real is that we have taken God out of schools.
Mm-hmm.
We have taken God out of industry.
Oh my gosh, yes.
We have taken God out of everything. Like, come on. What did we expect to happen?
Okay, so this is interesting now that you're saying that. And it says, so this is Jeremiah 11:9. Then the Lord said to me, there is a conspiracy among the people of Judah and those who live in Jerusalem. They have returned to the sins of the forefathers who refused to listen to my words. They have followed other gods to serve them. Both the house of Israel and Judah have broken the covenant I made with their forefathers. We're going back to our old days. Oh, we lost him. It's connection. It's because he's on his phone.
Mary, you want to come in?
Mary's awesome. I love her.
You want to come on?
Surprised she's still awake. She usually goes to bed really early, and I think she's ahead of us time wise, like
Yeah.
time channel wise.
Mary, you're more than welcome to join us.
We can send you a link.
Seems like you have some things to say.
She's very smart and very wise.
It's okay that you're in bed and you can join from your phone.
Mm.
I'm sure you have jammies on. So, what do you guys think about that? That little scripture. What do
It
you
just-
think's going on?
It just
in our
really, like stirred. It just stirred my mindset. Like that's
well, it
all.
should stir the pot because a lot of it is true. God being taken out of every place where he should be
Mhm.
affects everything. Being taken out of government, being
Mhm.
taken out of schools, being taken
Mhm.
away from children. People just
We're so scattered.
yeah, and then there's really not even enough churches. To be quite honest.
Well, and when's the last time
Our churches that we go to are huge and they're
They are.
packed.
They are
They're
packed.
like overfilled.
They are over full. But to that, like
I'm happy for that.
yes. I'm happy that the churches are overflowing, but I'm also like want to make sure that like going to church that my
The
mindset's
churches,
right.
all of the churches are not good. I agree with that statement.
Yeah.
The ones that we go to, I believe, are good.
I was just going to say that the church is only as good as the people that attend. And a lot of times the communities in the churches are toxic. And so
Yeah, so they are
There's
those
that.
communities that are like backwoods, and I'm not trying to trash talk anybody out in the country because it's not what my point is. Majority of the time, the small towns are full of drugs, and sometimes that's the only people that are going into those churches are the
Mhm.
drug addicts, just because that is that community.
I'm talking about the women who walk around and like to put knives in other people's backs, who like to stir up drama and have conversations and be two-faced instead of,
Yeah, there's that.
that's what I'm talking about from a woman's aspect of going into a church. It's very hard as a woman to walk into a new church and truly not feel any drama and then to just
Or
truly
attacked.
and genuinely feel accepted. And when we went to our new church, I went by myself, which was very rare for me that I step out of my box. And I'm like, you had an emergency come up and I had to go by myself.
Mhm.
And so it's really hard for me to go out and do new things without you. That's just my personality. And but I went and I didn't feel yeah, I didn't I just
Didn't feel like you weren't accepted.
yeah, or that that they were being nice to my face, but then I was being judged when I walked away.
No, the people there are very polite, very respectful,
Mhm.
non-confrontational at all. Like, really not.
Yeah, they're amazing. They really, really are. Yeah. But I just was doing some studying on my own and reading things and deciphering them with my code, with what I know and how I see them
But-
working in today's life.
So the topic is the struggle is real, and then there was a little description about the struggle, right? So, who's struggling, and what are the struggles? Let's talk about them.
Yeah, actually somebody's messaging me right now asking about what church we go to. But yeah, I love where we're at church-wise and community-wise, and our children love where they are. And that was a big reason for the shift of churches, but
Haley, we heard you the first time. Go pee.
oh my goodness, that child. Yeah, I feel and what also too genuine honestly started this podcast and this thought. I know it's late, but also too church hurt is real, absolutely. Um the other thing that Haley, I will block you if you continue. Um, the other thing that started this was that there's a lot of anonymous posts right now in a community group that I'm in that are talking about finances. How can I get assistance on rent? We're just a little bit behind. We've scraped the barrel. We've scraped the bottom. I don't know what to do. We're about to have to get, evicted. Like there are so many posts. Like the post I read out loud to you was like, honey, this person's asking like, how did they surrender their car? It's putting me in a huge financial situation.
Yeah.
And it's like, this is happening so much more than people are willing to talk about. And I told you that and this was back in November when I told you, I said,
I wrote down a full podcast to do about this because you and I had this conversation.
Mhm. Because I brought it to you back in November and I said,
Right, but we sat down and had the conversation. So then I made a whole bunch of notes over that conversation so that we could really, truly like perform a full podcast on it. But yeah, people are not talking about what they're struggling with.
mm-mm.
Or they weren't. They are starting to now. They weren't whenever we decided we needed to do that podcast.
What do you mean?
Nobody was talking about anything that they were dealing with, and they were just keeping it all covered up. And you and I were talking like, I bet it starts coming out really soon
Yes.
because I just feel like people are going to now start releasing it into public.
Yeah. Well, the holidays are over, right? And
And then it happened. Like it was almost the next day that it happened.
Mm-hmm.
Like a switch turned on Facebook, and then all of this struggle stuff started coming out.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And everyone was talking about how, and I told you, I was like, look, for 2024, it's going to be getting out of debt. This was going to be, I told Jason, I said, look, this is what you're going to start seeing. The resolutions that people are going to be making are not going to be losing weight. It's not going to be, it's going to be these things. It's going to be getting out of debt. It's going to be, how do I live on a better budget? And what side hustle can I create? Those are going to be people's resolutions, because literally, even if you make $60,000 to $8,000, you're still not making it, because insurance has inflated like you would not freaking believe. Our insurance for our vehicles alone is $700 a month. That's just vehicles.
Yeah, it's ridiculous.
So like
That's another car payment.
Right. So and it's coming out like now in these groups, and people are so scared to say anything with their face on it and admit they're having a problem. And Facebook has a thing where you can post anonymously and say you're having an issue or a question, and everything's anonymous.
Yeah, insurance is triple. Groceries are double.
Did you let him in? Okay, you did.
Hi, Jen.
Hey,
I
Everything's
love you.
thank you.
Hi,
Everything is
Jason. Hi, Jason.
hello.
yeah.
I love you.
Love you too, Robert.
Yeah.
He just loves you.
Yeah.
Man, like here's some real talk.
Mm-hmm.
Just say it.
This world as we know it is fucked.
Yeah. The world that the United States has created, the economics state of which, even if you just want to break it down into different portions, is
Let me.
yeah. Yep. That's all you can do. That's
Yeah.
it.
We have shifted in the last 3-4 months. We have shifted from being, kind of persuasive on customer service to, I don't know. I guess it's a.
Let me ask you a question. Are people paying 100% of the bill?
No.
I don't think so. Yeah, and
No.
I've talked to several contractors, living in the content creation world and obviously still living in the trades. They're like, last year he was like, no, the call volume's still there. They just can't afford for us to come out. And he said, my projection for 2024 is that the call volume's going to drop because it's going to be that they can't even afford for us to come out.
Well, that'll be on the front side, so everybody's going to change their approach
Mhm.
on the front side of the call. Guarantee to lock in whatever dispatch fee they have, so they're probably going to start collecting dispatch fees
Is
over
up
the phone.
front, yeah.
So, Jen,
Mm.
you know what my charges are.
Mhm. I do.
I mean, I'm not the cheap guy.
No, you're not. You're not.
Not.
Mm-mm.
I'm not.
No, but your
Um,
customer service base is the business, and even the business is saying, "I can't pay the bill." And so
Yep.
when you have businesses saying, "I can't pay," and then you have homeowners saying, "I can't pay," how is the blue collar industry gonna make it?
That's the question.
That is the question. We need an answer for it.
That's the question. And
We all need an answer
I'm
for it.
saying, like, what I have been, the answers that I've been given to most of my customers the last probably 6 months,
Mhm.
maybe 8, is like, hey, I am not the cheap guy,
Yeah.
but I am the guy that you call. And I answer the phone. A, B, I'm the guy that shows up. And C, which is most important, that gets the job done in a
Yeah.
time frame that you need it to be done.
Mhm.
That's it.
Mhm.
If you want, there's this thing that I have that's called,
They don't want cheaper.
no,
They really don't
they
want.
want
They want to be
better.
able to
They
have the
want your
funds.
they want that you they
They
want
want
your
the funds
quality.
so they can pay you, but they can't get the funds from their corporate owner.
Yeah.
That's the problem. That's really the problem. They want
True
to be able to
story.
do it, but the corporate owner is telling them, "No, I can't afford that shit." Well, he can
Well,
afford it. He just doesn't want to segregate his money into what needs to be done versus what wants to be done.
Mhm.
okay, so I have that ability to say, okay, um, do you want to drive a $250,000 Maserati, or do you want to drive a $120,000 Tesla?
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean, eh,
But he's not going to, corporate guy's not giving up anything.
I have the, I don't know. I have a different mindset on corporate guys.
What?
Um, corporate guys, for the most time, they only do what they have to do.
This is true. 100%. They're only going to do what the minimum is. They only meet minimum standard.
And so,
The passage you were reading yesterday that said
from the cleaning side,
you have to be evil or something.
Cool.
I am a Best Western, Choice, Wyndham, Hilton. I know what they require,
Oh yeah, what their standards are for cleanliness.
what their standards are. And so, when a customer comes back to me and says, oh, well, we're not required to do that. And I say, well, Yeah, you are. Yeah, you are. And they push back and push back and push back. And then 3 months later,
It's almost like they're not gonna do it until they're marked fail. You know, like, it's not like until they're saying, "Oh, we're gonna pull your registry or pull your name branding or licensing," or whatever it is they wanna call it, that they don't j act until they that's what makes them finally go, fine."
CJ, that's what I've built my business on.
Yeah.
Legitimately. That is what I have built my business on. Because Hilton will say, hey, you have 90 days to get this building into compliance.
Yes.
90 days goes by. They're not in compliance.
Right.
Then they will say, hey, you've got 60 days to get your building into compliance.
Mhm.
60 days go by. Then they will say, hey, you've got 30 days. And at the 30-day mark,
So that's 6 months, initial like, altogether. They've got 6
yes,
months to get their life together.
yep. And then when we get to the 30-day mark, Hilton will say, hey, we will pay whatever it is that it costs to get this building into compliance.
Okay.
And we will back charge the franchise owner.
Oh.
So when I walk in the building, 99% of the time when I walk into the building, it's not met with happy joy, shall we say?
No, it wouldn't be because they've been slapped on the hand, right?
Because I have a flat rate. My flat rate will be paid regardless if the owner or Hilton agrees. That's the good part.
That is a good part.
It's
It's
a
also
good
good
thing.
that you know the standards of each, like
Yes.
I mean, it's no different than, like, an electrician having to follow city code. You know, it's really no different. Like, we know the codes, and so it's like, but there's nothing
It's the same thing.
it is the same thing, but there's nobody saying, "Okay, you've got 60 days to bring it to code or 90 days to bring it to code." Like, no. Like, they literally don't have to
No,
bring
the
it to code.
city will say, um,
We lost him again.
Bad service.
Yeah. But, yeah, I mean, you could go in and address something with the homeowner and say, "This is out of code," and
Doesn't mean they're going to fix it.
doesn't mean they're gonna fix it. No,
Doesn't
there's
mean they're going to pay you either.
no, and even if you report
okay,
it
so
even if you
I
report it
disagree with that. I disagree with that. I fundamentally disagree with that.
but
Like,
there's
if
nothing saying
you
Here's the deal, is
you
whenever you
as
get
the
to a
licensed hold
Right.
on.
and let him
If
finish.
you as the licensed contractor say, hey, this this distribution box is not up to code.
Yep. Happens all the time.
When you say that as the professional, when you say that, that changes the trajectory.
I also make them sign acknowledging that I've showed them this.
And they've been told that it's out of code. But there's not like
And that in and of itself changes the trajectory of your invoice.
Yeah. But
Like
I'm
you
getting
say, hey,
the close rate.
this is a non-compliant 200 amp service.
Mhm. Yeah, but there's nothing at that 90-day mark that says, okay, now you've got 60 days. It's like there's not a, even if you report it,
Nothing's going to happen.
nothing happens. They're too overwhelmed. But maybe that'll change because now there's going to be an influx of like, cities aren't
But
going to need their money.
if you report that to the city that it's non-compliant,
Doesn't matter.
They don't care.
They don't care.
really?
They don't
Yep,
care.
they don't care.
If you started working on it, or if here's the deal.
Mhm.
There are little loopholes
There are.
that if somebody started working on something and they didn't bring it up to code and they didn't finish it, that is now something that we can take to the city. That is now
Right.
something I can take to the homeowner.
Right.
That is now something I can even take to the state.
Right.
However, if it's me telling the homeowner that I'm advising you as a professional, this is what you need to do,
hmm
they don't have to do anything.
No, they don't. There's no repercussion for not bringing your home up to code.
Wow.
Yep.
Wow.
But our numbers are so high, I can't blame homeowners, right? So say I walk into your house, you're gone.
Oh, finish it. People are still listening.
Anyways, say I walk into your house
hmm
and I present you with you need to change your panel and your service out because it's out of code.
Yeah.
And I present you with a bill that's anywhere between $12,000 and $15,000.
Yep.
You are going to lose your fucking mind
Yes.
because you were not prepared to spend $12,000 or $15,000 when all you wanted today was me to hang your ceiling fan.
Right, but I can't hang your ceiling fan because if I hang your ceiling fan,
I have to add a circuit for
Add
your
that
ceiling
circuit.
fan, and I can't add it to that panel.
because it's an out of code panel.
And by law, I can't add anything to it, but you don't care. So I have to
Hey,
leave.
Gene. Hey, John.
And now I'm the bad guy.
Yes. Yeah, I know. That's exactly how it is. And there's no repercussion for us as electricians. Like, yeah, we could.
Who's cheap, John? My $12,000 to $15,000 panel change? What are you charging?
Right. This is residential numbers, by the way.
He's residential.
Where's he at?
Rockwell.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it's insane here, and I don't blame a homeowner. Like they don't understand.
Come on, John. You want to jump in?
They don't.
It would be good. Jump on.
Jump on in here. You're doing it wrong.
Tell us how to do it right.
Gene, I've got a meeting with him in the morning.
That's good.
Yeah. It is good.
$15,000 for a panel change? Jump on this live.
I don't know if you can copy the link and drop it in the comments and then
I will.
there you go, copy. Drop it in the comments and then whoever wants to join can join. Double click, I think. Okay.
All right. It's coming in the comments and you can click it and join on in. As many people as want to get on here, you can. You can. Just click on this link and it will add you to the show. Then I will add you to the show. I can't currently see what's going on. So you guys give me just a second, please. You have Kirkendall on your Facebook? John. KUY. Right there. All right. All invites has been sent to all of the people commenting in the comments section. Bring it on. Come on in. We were talking about adding people to the show.
How the big reason for talking about tonight is about how contractors are saying that their call volume is good, their opportunities to sell are good, but homeowners being able to afford living,
And afford service technicians are two different things.
yeah, and being able to actually afford to repair their home and them not expecting the cost of what it is. And we've tried as tradesmen for years to educate homeowners on value. We've tried for years to educate them on
And it's really not hard to close the deal, other than the fact that they just don't have the money.
and you go to get them for financing. Interest rates right now are so high they can't even get in on the financing.
Yeah, there's a
So
lot of battles. I mean, and even if we were to finance them and take their burden, who wants to do that?
yeah, I know Robert's done it recently for
I know David's done it too.
recently because they just need the work, they need the money, they need to keep their technicians busy, they need all of that. So
I'm sure
it's-
everybody's getting into those positions where they're self-financing things, but at the same time, you're not a bank, you're a business. And at some point that's going to tear you down.
Yep.
Because you're not a bank.
Exactly. Absolutely. So it's something. Ooh.
Oh, we got the Kuykendall.
Yes.
What's
What
up,
up?
guys?
Hi. Nice to meet you.
Same to you.
What's up? What's up?
What y'all doing? Y'all just chilling on the couch?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Talking?
Yeah.
Shooting the shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what's your call volume like?
It's
Actually, hang on. Let's start over. So what company do you work for?
Yeah. What do you do for a living?
I own Accurate Home Services in Kaufman. We do Kaufman, all East Texas,
Mhm.
and we plan on adding plumbing, hopefully sometime this coming up year. But there's a lot of things we did wrong at the beginning that we're trying to get situated before we move on with another trade.
Right on.
Awesome.
So what are some of the struggles that y'all are facing in business right now?
Call volume. I mean, you called it. It's been stranger than it was last year and the previous year, and you have to think of new, more different ways, and some of the ways are old school ways to reach these customers.
Yeah.
Where normally you could throw a coupon or a
calling them.
discount out there or some kind of promo, and you'll get some really good reaction. That still works. It just hasn't been as lucrative as
Right.
we went back to newspaper and had
Yep.
an ad in the newspaper.
Yep.
Green sheet, stupid stuff that you wouldn't think works anymore, but it's been working.
Flowers.
So
Yeah.
those of you that don't know the story between John and I,
We don't.
I rode with John as an apprentice for how many years?
It's
2,
that
3.
long. I don't even remember. It was a
That
long
long?
time. We did many houses together.
We made lots of money together.
Oh yeah.
Anyways, we worked a shit ton of hours together, sometimes 14, 16-hour days.
Yeah.
We did a lot of stuff, but we made a lot of money. So yeah, that's John and I's history.
So then once you get the call volume and you're going out there to the homeowners, is your close rate the same? Has it been different? What is your friction point with your homeowners?
Honestly, once you get in the call, once you get in the house, it seems to be staying pretty steady. If it's a lead service, we're generally anywhere from 80 to 90% closing, depending on what we're there for, electrical or HVAC.
Yeah.
And then if it is a outbound call for like tune-ups or something like that, because we'll outbound for tune-ups throughout the whole wintertime, those are closer to 20 and 30% closing. When I say closing, we're closing like at least $200 on drain tablets for the condensate line or
Yeah.
surge protector at the panel. Something. Dig. Find something, bro. And so they've been open to it. There's more financing customers this year than the previous year. Well,
That's
I would
scary.
say this year. I mean, 2023, really. I think we did 2.2 million approved in financing, used 1.8 million in financing on Good Leap, and then Green Sky I think was about 1 million, and then the previous year wasn't even close to that. I think we were maybe 1 million
Yeah.
total with all of them.
What homeowners don't understand is that when they sign up for financing, it's really just for us to close the job, because there is a huge financing fee that we eat as business owners.
Yeah, and that's one of the things that we I learned the hard way. Like Jason said, me and him, we ran the truck, so when I get out here on my own business, I didn't realize that the finance fees were eating me up.
All the
Yeah.
inside stuff, everything in the office will eat you alive.
Yeah.
6 trucks out there, and some guys were using 60 months no interest at 26%, dealer fee, like
At
killing me.
26%.
Yeah,
What
yeah,
the
and then they still
no.
got paid full book price because nobody caught it on invoicing side. So then we were just working to work,
Been there.
Yeah,
That's called the first year.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's year 1. Year 2 has some fun things that'll arise as well.
Yeah.
Then year 3, you've got it all figured out. So
we're in year 3. We're just now figuring it out. So
yeah.
this year will be more profitable. I don't foresee this
year will
year
be more
being
fun,
growth
and
year.
then next year will be like you get to sit back and relax a little bit.
Year 5's hard though.
It's been good for the second year. I've got people in place. I'm up in Kansas because my daughter just had her baby. I'm a grandpapa. By
Congratulations.
Your grandfather once or twice? This is the first one or
2
second one?
times. Yeah.
That's what I thought. This was the second one.
And I couldn't have been able to do this if things weren't in place. I would have to be back at work,
Yeah.
Right.
But the guys have been handling it.
That's good.
It's working. Having a good right hand man is important.
They're not at the shop partying tonight?
No. No. They're waiting for me to get back, and then I'll take them out.
There you go.
Yeah. So with your what's been your most unique thing that you've done that you never thought you would do that's helped bring in the leads, that's brought in a customer or a client?
Facebook has been okay, surprisingly. In Facebook, it's a whole nother algorithm.
Who's on Facebook for you? Is it you that gets on the Facebook stuff? Because I saw you comment on something in Fort Worth the other day, and I'm like, you got on that pretty damn quick.
We
You were like
spiff
one at the top.
everybody in the company and their wives get a spiff. If they post a name in there, then they get $5. If they call, they instantly get $20. If we got that booked, even if 5 people are in there, I'll give everybody that's on there $20. Now, it very rarely happens that you output a lot of money for that lead, but if you give $25 for a lead and we go close it, I don't care. That's good money.
$25 is nothing.
Yeah, absolutely.
But that's been working. Facebook Marketplace, or Facebook, not Marketplace, but Facebook in general, and just jumping in all of the groups in the towns that you service.
Are you doing paid ads, or you just have your people jumping into the stuff that people are posting?
I don't really see the paid ads in Facebook really turning out anything.
Nope.
Yeah.
But it's hard to tell
So
because
many
they
people
leave.
say that.
They may see your Facebook market ad and then go to your web page. So then it's hard to track.
Right. Which
where
one
do they
is
really,
what?
how do we catch them?
Yeah.
But we've been trying to do some things with QR codes that worked for me when I was at another company. I was at Swan, and we had a QR code that we would just stick anywhere. We'd go out to eat or whatever. We'd stick it places. I don't know how legal this was, but
no,
on the
people
QR code,
and they'll open their camera and they'll hit it.
It says scan here, 1 in 100 wins. Yeah. Well, they scan there, and mistake we made is we didn't have it linked right to a landing page.
The best thing you can do with that is capture all of their info.
Yes. So that's what we're going to try now and see how that turns out.
That
landing page, grab the info.
You have a cold call list at that point.
Contact list that you can just cold call.
Everybody wins a free maintenance plan.
There you go.
So it's not a lie.
Yeah.
But that's like the tricky stuff. We're trying to pull stuff out of the hat, rabbit out of the hat, But Google is it's difficult. It's an expensive market. We play, and we're pretty much top of the list most of the time.
Yeah. Google right now is changing the game on quite a bit of things. They opened the last quarter of last year. They opened it to where they want you to link your socials now. And it's all about how relevant you're going to be with your content is what they're going to be switching to. It's not going to be anymore about how deep your pockets are to pay to rank. It's going to be about what your content is and what your authority ranking is in the community about what it is you service. So you've got to start having not just flyer content, but actual video content of hey, today we're out fixing this condenser out here today. We're running service calls. These were the topics of the day. you're going to have to start having.
I think Robert wants back in. Robert, you can join back in.
Yeah,
There's
you've
room.
got the link, I think. And then,
He said he's in my hometown.
yeah, he is.
He said, fuck you, Jason.
Yeah, and so Google really has, and it's really been interesting to watch how Google's gonna make this happen. And with Google owning YouTube and YouTube now having the shorts that are really competitive, and also to like making all of that
Click the link.
relative.
Robert.
It's the same link, Robert. It's going to be really interesting to see how the market plays and how it's going to change the home service industry, because the home service industry is not about content.
Yeah,
It
I mean, I've heard that that's coming down the pipeline, and my marketing person that we work together at SwanTube and then here, and she's on my tail about videos and video content. It's just now
Videos. Do them.
Yeah.
It's like
Make
I can
everybody
do
do
them now. Finally, we've had like a handful. Nothing.
Make everybody do them daily.
Yeah.
The
And it's stupid stuff like your staff meeting, or hey,
Or-
meet the person who answers the
Or
phone.
the dude jumping out of the truck to run into the gas station.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got a piss.
Yeah. Stupid
Video.
stuff. Yeah. Everything is content.
Or the guy pissing in the back of the truck. Whatever.
Please don't do
Yeah.
that. That is awful.
we never did that, did we, Jason? We never did that.
Nope. I don't know what that Home Depot bucket was for.
Good times in Ridgemont High.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh.
How about that? The box.
The box or the recess can.
Yeah. It is a thing. It's kind of
Well,
hard to hit, though.
Nature calls. You got to do what you got to do. All right.
Yeah.
Can't
That
stop
4-inch
with that,
can's not
with
easy,
that.
bud.
Well, what about AI? What do you think about AI?
Love
I
it.
think you'd be dumb not to use it. It
Love
writes.
it. What form of AI are you using?
I couldn't tell you. I just know that my marketing person said, "Hey, we're doing AI. I'm just letting you know. It's cost this much," and that's all I know. So
Yeah.
Do
Um,
it. Absolutely.
yeah, I highly, highly, highly recommend it. It's worth it for sure.
you guys have been popping off pretty live. I like it.
Yeah, we're trying to.
We got shit to do.
We do. There's so much happening in the world right now, and there's so much that a lot of people aren't talking about, and a lot of things that people are embarrassed to talk about, like what's holding people back, what struggles they're seeing, and the things that were working right after 2011, 2012. They're not working anymore. We don't. We're apprehensive as people. We're like, that's a scam. That's not real. Like it takes a lot to convince somebody to believe that your coupon's good, or believe that the offer that you've got's good, and they're not going to be sold. Like they don't want to invite somebody into their home that's going to be like a car salesman. They don't want that hard sell pitch. And so it's getting harder and harder and harder. One, to get a customer, and two, to make and close a sale. And I'm seeing this because I actually own a business. I get it. And I'm not making excuses. I'm just telling you what I'm experiencing.
Yeah. Did you guys ever use
You gonna let him in?
anything about like an email blast or a text blast, like Podium or something like
Oh,
that?
yeah.
Oh yeah. Love
Notice
Podium.
any kickbacks? We've got a shit ton of kickbacks this year.
Podium is good.
Podium is very good.
God,
I like Podium.
fucking cooking dough.
What's up,
You
Robert?
guys know each other?
Ah.
I need to know the story between these two.
We're in the same town, Kaufman. So there's I think he's done a job for me where we tore up the floor doing an install, and he had to go clean it up for me.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, y'all fucked up.
If we ain't messing stuff up, we ain't working,
Right.
I mean, it happens.
It happened to John.
Shut up, because I have seen
Wow.
you tear stuff up so
You know
bad
how I open a wall with a hammer?
with your whole body.
Yeah.
You just run through
You
it.
don't ask an electrician to cut open a wall.
No, Sparky
I got fired for one
don't
of those.
open walls very well.
No.
Mm-mm.
I don't carry a knife. I got a hammer.
Goodness.
Yeah, I remember that day.
Yeah, no, I would say the other really big thing that's really helpful right now is dope marketing and then the target marketing of the houses around the jobs
Yeah, have you
that
heard
are
of dope
closed.
marketing, John?
No.
Oh
All
my
right,
gosh.
So you need to check out. I'll send you Dave's phone number. I'll send you his personal phone number. But
So
Dave owns Dope Marketing. They're a huge marketing company. They do yard signs. They do mailers. They do door hangers. They do it all for you, though. They'll mail it all out. Not the yard signs, obviously. The
and
yard
you were
signs come
talking
to
about
you.
QR codes.
But they'll do what they have, what they call a neighborhood blitz.
Mhm.
All right. So what system do you use for dispatch?
Service Titan.
All right.
Okay.
So Service Titan will work.
They link with them.
They
yeah.
link with Service Titan, so they'll know whenever. And you set the parameters for this, right?
So it could be a dollar value or it could be, so say for instance, I only want to send a neighborhood blitz to people that close over 15,000. So then that house that you closed over 15,000, then
That
you
whole
say, what's your radius? You want to do 25 houses? You want to do 5 miles? You want to do 3 miles? Like you tell them what your parameters are, and then they will send a postcard blitz, which is like a steady drip.
So if you have a
every
2-day
single
job
house.
there, by the second day that thing's there,
Yes.
you can time it all perfect,
Right.
right? So the time that you hit dispatch on your CRM, that's all it takes. That's the trigger for them to mail it out.
Right. To all of those, and then each postcard is like, hey, we're dope. We want to apologize for the noise in the area. This is the job that we're doing. And then the second one is, oh, we just completed a great project for your neighbor.
And it might have a picture on it.
Yeah. Like, thank you so much for, I
or
don't
a
know.
picture of the technician on it or something like that.
I don't know, whatever it is. But they do this for all industries: roofers, electricians, HVAC, plumbers.
It started
lawn care.
primarily as a roofing deal.
Right.
Yeah, I think I've gotten that from a roofing company.
Right.
Yeah.
And they have a QR code on it. So it's going to be able to tell you which blitz and which neighborhood that came from so you can track it.
And then whenever you're done, say you did a $20,000 job and you want to, reward the customer for doing such a big ticket with you, they have a box of cookies that's personalized that has your company stuff on it.
Mhm.
And then they write a handwritten letter to your customer,
Yes.
not some bullshit.
And you don't have to do anything. It's all off of the parameters and triggers that they set up for you inside of your CRM. So you're not
You
out
just set up
having
everything on the front
Yeah,
side.
you just set up everything on the front side with them, and you're like, hey, anything over 20,000 when it closes and
When I
finish, I want
trigger
them to get
this,
the
it
custom
goes
box with the handwritten letter.
Yeah, I'd like to dig more into that. That'd be great. I mean, that kind of sounds like the Podium Blast thing that isn't quite working. We get probably more like, hey, stop, hey, don't. And it's
got a lot
mainly
of that.
because
It's
people
the
don't
older
understand who
people.
we are.
Yeah.
Well,
We
it's
could have
the older
installed their
people
air
and
conditioner
it's the
2
people
weeks
that
ago, and they're like, stop. I'm like,
they
dude,
feel like they're being blasted with text messages and shit like that, and they just don't want it.
Yeah.
well, I mean, I do the same thing. I get
Because
blasted
everybody's
all day
doing
long.
it. How many of these do you get a day?
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So those are the things that are dying right now. That aren't working
Yeah.
like they used to.
Yep. Now, I highly recommend the Blitz. The Blitz works. It's consistent. It's automated.
Yeah, send me the link if you would, or whoever I need to
absolutely.
contact.
I'll text it to you right now.
Yeah, highly recommend. Highly recommend that platform. And it's a great and the text messages thing worked, but I don't think it's a 2024 thing. Like you said, I think some people are just gonna be like, stop text messaging me, stop asking me for money.
Yeah.
People have got spending fatigue right now because they're worried about how they're gonna pay their next mortgage payment.
It is a tight economy. People are tight, no doubt. Right. That doesn't mean we can't grow. That doesn't mean we can't keep doing business. We got to be smarter and tighter and run lean.
Yeah.
Is your phone number a 469 number?
Yeah.
214. 469?
469.
Let me know if you get that. Where are you going there, Robert?
I think he's gonna show us the yard sign.
Go
Maybe?
for a walk?
Yeah, your number's in here as Sexy Daddy. What's that?
Oh,
Nice.
that's me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Same phone from back in the day, I guess.
I plugged my phone number in as Sexy Daddy.
Oh my god.
Sexy Daddy.
Back before you were a daddy.
Yeah.
I keep telling him
I've
he's
been
got
having
kids.
people calling me daddy for years.
I keep telling him, I'm like, I think you've got children out there you don't know about. Like, I swear to you. And he's like, and I was like, I bet if you do a 23andMe, you get some knocks at the door. He's like, I ain't doing one.
I don't need no more kids in the house. I got 5.
There's a possibility.
Right?
John, I got 5 kids.
Yeah, congratulations, by the way.
Thank you.
Yeah, you're just now getting started. I'm on grandkids now.
Oh, we have
Not
one.
just now getting started. We have a 17-year-old.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Yeah.
That's right.
She gives us a run for our money, and I'm surprised we're not yet.
I am surprised that we're not grandparents. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
They're fun though. They're fun.
Mm-hmm.
They're fun. They're all different in their own ways.
So is your daughter that's having this baby right now?
Yeah, Kaylee had it 2 days ago.
Right.
Celia J. Ragona.
Everything's good.
Everything's good. She's cute.
Good.
Looks just like Riri. Cutie pie.
Awesome.
Yeah. Yeah.
She lives in Kansas.
She's married to Anthony Ragona. He's in the Air Force, and they're stationed here at Fort Riley. So I'm supporting the military base. What's up? You know.
So you're at the base. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Fun.
Yeah, I got a pass. Believe that. They gave me a pass. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah. They only give one parent a pass.
Like,
Or both?
they get both.
Never know.
They just do a little check on you real quick, make sure you're not an idiot, you know.
Yeah, because they will arrest your ass if you have warrants.
Yeah,
That's why the MPs are at
nothing
the
like
front.
that. I got it last year, so mine's good for like a year and a half or something like that.
That's good. So you can drive up and visit.
Dude, it's Kansas. I'm sorry if anybody's watching or listening. Kansas sucks, bro. Okay.
Kansas
There's
is flat.
nothing
There
to
ain't
do
shit
here.
to do.
These people are miserable. Okay.
You've never been to Kansas before?
I hate it.
It sucks.
They hate
It's
it. They
not a
want
place
out. Yeah.
for like. It's not a destination for anything.
No, it's a mistake. You took a wrong turn.
Yeah, it's a flat surface.
Nice.
They started off at MacDill Air Force Base in Florida, in Tampa, Florida. That's where Kaylee was a cheerleader for the Lightning Bolts. That base was awesome.
Which one did you like the most? I missed that.
The MacDill Air Force Base,
Where's that at?
Tampa, Florida.
Oh yeah, of course.
Florida's beautiful.
Well, you know, Kaylee danced for the hockey team, NHL.
Saw that.
Wow.
She was a cheerleader for the Lightning Bolts.
Did you start having kids when you were 12?
No,
13. 13.
no, I just
Actually older than he looks.
Oh, okay.
yeah, I'm older than I look. I'm 47. I'll be 48 this year.
Okay. I had you pegged for like 38, 37. I'm like, when the hell does
Oh my
this
god,
guy
thank you.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
No, I get that all the time. Lamanna gets pissed every time it happens. She's like, rolls her eyes, like, whatever. Sorry, babe, I got good skin.
Where's she
you
at?
know?
Where's she at?
She's in there entertaining with the other in-laws. They're all here.
I was gonna say probably.
So
holding
you're
the
like,
baby.
okay, I'm gonna step out.
Yeah, I was like, I'm bored. This looks fun.
Yeah.
There you go.
There you go. So what's your Q1 thing that you're working on implementing or getting going?
Honestly, it's really about using Service Titan better than what we have been using this past year.
Yeah.
What made you pick Service Titan?
Just because of the options that are be able to give options the right way. No other platform.
Who'd you move from?
When I bought the company, they were with Service Fusion,
Okay.
and I tried to stick with it because it was cheap. But
Right.
creating options on there, it doesn't have enough display, enough information. It's not user friendly. Customer didn't understand it, so we went to what
I'll give you options.
I was gonna say, did you test? I was gonna ask. That was my next question. Is what other softwares did you test drive before you selected Service Titan?
I've used. I looked at one that's part of like the. We're a part of the SGI group, which is now Certain Path as well,
Mm-hmm.
and they
A lot
have
of people use that.
their own, and theirs is like it's okay. It's still developing, so it doesn't have everything we need. The backside too, it's like the accounting software. Everything can be ran through Service Titan, but Service Fusion. There was another one. I don't even remember the name of it. It's been so long. I'll have to find out. I'll send you a link to it or whatever. All the ones we use because I have them all.
House Call Pro has all of the same
House
things.
Call Pro. That was one of them.
They're a lot cheaper. You can do the options.
Yeah, but I'm sure he's locked into a hella long contract.
Oh yeah, I'm sure you're sucked in by Service Titan.
Well, we
and they
also
probably
get
have your phone numbers.
we get rebates through Standard Supply for
Oh,
our
nice.
service site.
Oh, yeah.
So
That
it
makes
pays for some of it.
That's,
and
yeah,
then-
that's good.
It's
What do you
what
pay
I
a month?
learned
Like
too.
40 grand a month?
Shit.
We're
30?
probably close to 30, 25, something like that.
With all the add-ons, yeah. Because
Yeah.
for
We were
every
paying
add-on,
fucking
it's more.
40.
Yeah, I know. A
It's
month.
ridiculous,
we were
right?
paying 40
It's
grand a
freaking
month.
ridiculous. Yeah. It's like,
At
I
one
can't
point, we were
believe
paying
Are you
$40,000
talking
a
about
month.
Clements?
Yes.
Shh, fuck that.
it makes you think
Yeah.
like I'm in the wrong industry.
No kidding.
I'm like, we're not even bringing in 40 grand. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
No, that's bad. When you're not doing that and you have paying it out, you're like, well, shit.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm not making it this month. We literally could not pay them one month, and we had our phone number with them, and we lost our phone number because we couldn't pay them that month, and then they just started jacking the prices up for non-payment, where we're like, well, we just can't pay you at all. So
Yeah.
then we
Yeah.
had to switch to House Call Pro,
Hmm.
which not a bad thing
No, not at
because
all.
I like it actually much better than Service Titan.
Yeah. And you're saying we like we're still there. That's not us.
No, we have House Call Pro.
Yeah, we do have House Call Pro, but I'm saying with that
House
company.
Call Pro is cheaper, and I think it's like really close to Service Titan.
It
It
really
is.
is. They're developing
They're kind of like side by side, almost identical.
Yeah, they really
Yeah.
are. They're
It's-
doing some good
House
things.
Call added some things this past year, like they added QuickBooks in, so they're doing accounting for you.
Oh, that's nice.
They'll do your quarterly reports for you and prepare them and all of that. So that is pretty nice. It's only like an extra $13 a month, and it's
Mhm.
like I said, it's just stupid cheap for them to do that. Obviously, you can do it yourself.
And they
because,
did. The other thing is you know how Service Titan has it to where you can create all those numbers. House Call Pro added that. The voice over IP.
oh yeah,
House Call Pro added that as well.
Yeah, for tracking, marketing, tracking, and all, tracking and all that. Yeah.
yeah, and it's got all that geotech in it. I don't know if Service Titan has all of that,
It does.
where it tracks vehicles and time and all of that shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I haven't had to bother with that too much. I haven't had any instance. I only had one instance where somebody ran off with a truck and I had to like go chase it down. But
Oh, that happened to us. I had to drive almost to Houston to go get a van. And then I had to locate it, and I had to call tow truck because I was just by myself, and I was just going down there to find the damn thing.
the guy called the police on me because I went to his house and my pistol was on my hip.
Yep.
Because I didn't know what was about to go down.
You never know.
And I just have
You
it there.
had
It's
the
not like
courage
I had
to
it
pull the
out. or
truck,
anything.
right?
Yeah. And so then he's called the police on me. The police came and said, "Hey, you pointed the pistol at him?" I was like, "No, bro."
Not yet.
Yeah, it was a big old ordeal. It was like, golly.
No,
Weird.
I've gone and gotten trucks out of people's driveways and stuff. I'm like, because
Yeah.
they become little like
They're two chicken
they-
shit
I
to
was
bring
gonna
it back
say,
to
they
the
become
shop.
they become chickens, and they're like, you can come get it if you want it. Here's where it's
And
at.
I will come get it, and you're not going to like that.
Yeah. And see, I don't really make it. I don't really have that type of relationship with the guys. I don't get into that kind of beef. I'm never a beef guy. I'm not that guy. I'm a lover, not a fighter. So
Yeah, but I got a train horn on my truck, so I just sit there and wrong.
yeah, like, hey, bro, if you want to leave, it's cool. That's fine. Just give me my shit.
Yeah, which is fine. And
That's usually how it is if they're at the office, but
Yeah.
sometimes they won't come to the office to quit. They're like,
Yeah.
I'm quitting from home today.
yeah,
On
Quitting
my
from
day,
home
I'm going to
today.
quit from home on my day off.
yeah.
By the way, you're not getting paid for your day off, bud.
Yeah. Yeah, I would say over this past year, I expected to do more than we did. We still grew. Like, our first year out, we did 3.4 technically.
It's a pretty good year.
Yeah, I mean, the company was doing like $400,000 a year.
Oh yeah.
But with the knowledge, we've been doing it for a long time.
You
We
bought
have
up
a lot
an
of
existing. You bought up an existing.
He did.
Yeah,
It's called what? Accurate Home Services.
Accurate Home Services. It was a previous company. And we just adopted it into
Same name though, right?
No, I
Yeah.
think it's okay.
Well, it was accurate. We added home services so we could do multiple.
Yeah, that
Yeah.
makes sense.
And then it was really all about the phone number and the customer base. That's really all it's all about.
Yeah.
So now I'm thinking like we should just go ahead and absorb some more companies that are looking to close the doors. It's all about the customer base and the phone number. How long you been in
Honestly.
business?
Yeah, well, how much are you willing to pay for that?
I mean, depends on how many customers that you have there. Each customer, that's probably worth at least $500 a customer.
I have 3,000. What are you willing to pay for them?
Well, there we go. We should talk.
There you go.
I'll sell my customer base and phone number.
What area?
Over here.
Over here. Right.
You know where over here is? Burleson.
Oh, that's right. You guys are out there in the Fort Worth side. I'm on that east side, bro.
That's okay. We forgive you.
It's good.
I have our customer base goes all the way over there though. I've got customers in Heath and Rockwall, Greenville,
Yeah.
Mesquite.
I honestly don't do a whole lot in the Heath Rockwall, even though we're really close to it. And
Yeah.
I still live in Rockwall, we get a handful there. It's so
We've got customers
competitive.
in Dallas. We've got customers everywhere.
Mhm.
Honestly, a majority of them are in the mid-between points. Probably Arlington, Mansfield is a really large amount. Mansfield, Arlington, not a whole lot really in Fort Worth. Really not a whole lot in Weatherford. We may have 12 customers in Weatherford. So it really doesn't go much further than Arlington, and then it goes back towards Dallas. So
Yeah.
There's one out there in near Coleman.
Yeah.
That
Coleman's
is
far.
an HVAC company. It's far. Like I talked to the guy a little bit, and I thought hard about it because he's willing to do owner finance too.
that's an
He
hour
took
and a
lot
half from you.
Yeah, yeah.
What's his service area though?
He really owns that whole area. There's a college there too that he does the college. So he's got like some new construction and some commercial jobs that he does service work for and stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of stuff that I really don't hop into, but it's lucrative in the way he does it. He makes okay. It's 27 million is what they're at a year, and it's pretty consistent. And he's been doing it for like almost 28 years,
Nice.
and so it was
So
definitely.
he's looking for a buyout.
Yeah, if somebody's looking to pick that guy up.
Somebody will
buy
pick
that
that guy up.
Yeah,
Probably the
pick
same
that.
person that got Baker Brothers if he's doing that kind of revenue.
It's good. It's a good deal. I want it. I just it's such a huge risk for me, and being so far away, I don't know that I
Yeah.
can juggle it.
Well, you just manage it, keep it in the same location, and put a manager style person on it, and really an owner style person that can really manage it from an owner's perspective.
I haven't really ran into those type of people yet.
I exist.
I'm so no, for sure. No doubt.
You want to hire me?
Done.
You want to hire me? I'll move to Coleman.
You want to be a millionaire?
Yep.
That's what I'm trying to do.
I do.
Let me rephrase that. That's what I'm going to do.
Yeah. There you go.
I do want to be a millionaire. So what's up? What do you want to do?
Look,
Yeah.
acquisitions is where it's at. I think
Acquisitions is where it's at. I've seen a lot of people do it. It's really what it is, John, is it's a holdings company. And then you buy, sell, trade.
Yeah.
All day long.
we get offers a lot. I just doesn't make sense yet.
It will one day.
Yeah.
You're fresh in it. Stay in it until it's like perfected.
And then
Oh,
get
believe
out.
me, there's been days where I'm
And
like,
then
I'm out.
I don't know if you know Jimmy Dell's story or not. Do you?
Baker Brothers?
Yeah.
Somewhat. I mean, I did training classes there for a long time. I always go there and train as technicians.
Yeah.
And I mean, it was every week. So me and Jimmy would go to lunch a lot. We go play golf here
Yeah.
and there. So I know a little bit. I mean, but his dad started the company, right?
Yeah. So from what I heard, what I understand is that he was able to sell, but they kept him on for his license, and so he's still collecting a check and sold the business. So he's still running the day to day, collecting a check, running the business, but sold off all of his shares to a group.
Yeah, Ranch Group, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's
Yeah,
a pretty sweet deal. And then that's where you could take on that acquisitions part of just starting to buy things out, because you're still running the day to day, but you don't have to own this. And now you can buy that, own it, and bring it in, sell it off again. See what I'm saying?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. Baker Brothers got bought out in 2017.
Do we have a roundabout?
For what they got bought out for?
Yeah.
I'm sure I can find it.
23, 27 million, something like that.
It's good. good. That's the goal, right?
Yeah, I mean, you take that, you put it in a bank account, you buy another company, flip
Buy
it
and
out.
flip. Speaking of buying companies, this is a side gig thing we got going to. RV park.
Oh yeah,
Yeah. Because RV park, a lot of
RV
people can't
park
afford
makes
to buy a
money.
house right now, so they're doing a lot of RVs, and
Yep.
they look for a nice RV park. So if you got like this dope RV park, like the one they built off of George Bush,
Oh yeah, and I know which one you're
30,
talking about. Yeah,
yeah, right there, nice
them
lake
forever.
spot. It's got a pool, everything, great, right?
Yep.
So you find a nice spot. It's all about the location. It's pretty lucrative. I looked into it. I'm thinking about it.
It is. I would think that they would be more than they are. I remember when I was down in Port A, somebody bought the one that I was in for $1.2 million. And I think I feel like it was at least 50 spots. It was all concrete slab. So you had a concrete slab to put your rig on. Mine obviously fit. I had a 42-foot house that I
Is
put
that
up to.
was that Tropical Island Resort?
Huh?
Was that Tropical Island?
So whenever you come off of the ferry, I forget the name of it. When you come off the ferry, if you stay straight
Yeah.
instead of turning right,
Okay.
stay straight, and then it's right. I want to say it's right after. Is that a Dairy Queen on the right? I feel
Yeah.
like there's a Dairy
Well,
Queen.
there's a
So-
Whataburger in a Dairy Queen.
No, that's further down.
On it? No.
Whataburger's down off of 160 or 360.
No, they turned that Whataburger into the dolphin
Yeah.
thing now, right? They painted it and it's like
Is it the
dolphin
Dolphin Hotel?
something like that. But yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, so it's right there.
Cut off road is to the right.
Yeah, cut off roads to the right. If you go straight though, like you're going towards all of the bars,
Yeah.
it's on the right hand side. It's kind of tucked back in. You can't really see it from the street because it's tucked back in. They got a pool. They got all this shit. They're all concrete pads. Concrete pads were going for, I think I was spending $1,700-$1,800 a month just for concrete.
No kidding.
Didn't include, it didn't include cable or sewer or anything. I had to pay for all of that shit on top of the $1,800. But they
How
only,
full was it?
but they sold it for 1.2, and I thought that number was really low.
That is low.
I'm like, I would have bought
Especially
that
for Port A
1.2.
too.
It's Port, yeah, it's constant turnover. I mean, it's always full. You're not ever having any downtime. I think it's a great business too, personally.
Yeah. I think it's a nice little side income money. You retire later, it's just steady income. If you do it, and if you're doing like somewhere out here in the country area where you're off the main highway, then you can also do a storage facility right beside it. They sold their house, moved an RV, store your stuff.
Yeah.
Double banger.
Yeah, I think the RV boat storage thing is a great thing too. Do RV boat storage and then just a little bit of actual storage stuff so that you're not having to pull all of somebody's crap out whenever they don't pay for their lot. I think it's easier to move vehicles than it is to move a bunch of junk.
These comments are crazy.
I know. The Baker's brother thing is pretty crazy.
Is it?
Yeah. Looks like just even recently they've like renamed the agency that bought them. Like there's conflicting information online.
Wrench?
Yeah, Wrench is what bought them originally. What is their phone?
Yeah, it was the
And the
wrench.
reason they did it was the geographically, like that was what their article is saying is like geographically, this is the reason we did it. Like we did it. Yeah. Ultimately, I think they're just trying to expand, like they're trying to get like on the map, like this to touch this, to touch this, to touch this, so that they can go,
I was told that yes, Wrench Group bought him out, and he also bought into the Wrench Group, so he's got shares in Wrench Group, so he's part of that organization, and then he can also do as well. But I don't know 100%. We never really got into the whole buyout talk.
But I don't think he got the full amount up front. I think he's doing a payout.
Yeah. I know that's for sure. It's a good deal though.
Which
It's
is
great.
probably
Great.
better than, getting all the money on the front side, so you're not blowing through it.
I don't
Oh,
know.
taxes will eat you up.
Yeah.
The folks that bought out, Accurate from, it was the same thing. They got huge tax or hugely taxed on what they got because we did a like 1 point. It took us 1.5 years.
Who received the tax on that deal? Was it them or you?
Them.
Because they had to catch up everything on the business.
Yep, something to that extent. They got screwed over from what it seems like on the
I don't
tax
know
side.
if you get screwed over if you've got to catch everything up. So if you're behind whenever you sell a business, how does that work? That's not going to obviously transfer, right?
Well, no, not
You
not
don't
debt.
have to absorb it.
We took on any debt they had. We took on any debt they had.
Oof.
Like, and it was a lot in the beginning because it's just me out there running a truck, bro. So now there's 17 trucks on the road. So it's like first year we're ended up with 17. I'm not worried about that. That small $10,000-$20,000 you had in debt ain't shit now.
Yeah. I'm talking about like if somebody had like some huge I don't know, payroll tax or some shit hanging over their head and they're trying to
Oh
sell
yeah.
their business.
No, we checked. We thoroughly checked it out. We had a team of us. It wasn't just me because I'm all dummy technician, But I had a team of guys that are looking through it with me to make sure everything's legit. And the only thing we were worried about is lawsuits from previous installations that weren't done correctly because we did see a lot of pictures on Service Fusion that was like, yeah, bro, you're not supposed to do it like that. So that we did some stuff with the LLC to separate ourselves from any kind of liability.
That's smart. He did a podcast back in 2022. If you look him up on YouTube, look up Jimmy
Yeah.
Dale. Yeah. And he still very much is very active in the business. Because he's still talking about like revenue goals and what sets this company apart from anybody else. He's still very active.
Yeah, no, he's a great guy. If you ever meet
He's a
him,
great
if you
dude.
haven't,
You and I worked on his house quite a bit.
Yeah, he's super smart and just like when you meet these guys that have just completely dominated the market, and just people you want to follow and try and do some of the things that they're doing. Kyle, my son works there.
Really?
Nice.
Yeah, he's a plumber there. Every day he says he's going to quit and come do air conditioning, but we'll see.
Every day.
Yeah.
I'm going to quit this job.
Is he? What's his trade? Electrical, plumbing, HVAC.
He's doing plumbing.
Okay.
He started at one company doing plumbing. Then he did air conditioning installs. And he went back to plumbing. Then he said, screw that, and did Home Depot. And then he finally said, I've got to make money because now I got a baby on the way. So he went back to plumbing.
Time to pick one. Is he selling or is he just doing installs?
He's selling, but he's in drain.
He listed himself as the president.
When?
As of 2023. So last year, he still had himself listed as the president. Keep talking.
Yeah, he's still there.
All right. I'll just drop nuggets of information as I find them.
I'm absorbing. He's over at doing a drain clean truck.
Yeah.
There's different levels in plumbing. It's different. Every trade has a little bit of differences. Most of the time, the service and the sales part is the same, but it's a little bit different. So he's fixing to test out for his journeyman's or tradesmen or something like that, and then he'll be running service. But
the Bakers brothers and the people who own
time to get his master's while he's there, and then y'all can open up plumbing.
What do you think I'm doing?
It says that
I know what you're doing.
the Bakers brothers and the Texas Rangers came together and they're going to be doing a huge campaign. Like, I guess they're going to be how like the Cowboys have like the company of the Cowboys. They're going to be the company of the Rangers, I guess.
Yeah, we all know the
Cowboys company.
You don't know who it is?
No, who is it?
A number one air.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
You mean the single guy on the red truck now?
Yes, ma'am.
The single guy holding his dog.
Yep.
Dogs are cool.
Yeah.
Well, there's they also have the WAP app too. I've been waiting for that to come available. The WAP. I use the crap out of that thing too. But they stole that as soon as it came available, and been advertising on that ever since then, and I wanted to hop on there forever. I can't get on there.
Yeah, so they've got, I mean, Baker's Brothers kind of is also too doing a rebrand because they're changing everything over from like because they were strictly plumbing and now they're the trifecta. So they're
Are they the
rebranding.
trifecta again?
They're air conditioning, electrical, and plumbing. And so instead of like it used to be like Baker's Brothers Plumbing used to be their website. Now it's called bakernow.com.
Just
Yeah,
Baker Techno.
and I'm also do the same thing. You know, trying to go to just straight milestone service company. You know,
Mhm.
and I think it's smart because you're opening yourself up to like, hey, we do lots of things. You know,
Mhm.
Yeah.
but it also you have to think about some of the customer bases you have aren't as smart as you are when it comes to trades. That's why they're calling you.
Yep.
You know, and so you miss out on some people. They don't know what you're doing. And so we had Accurate Home Services, and we just recently started putting stickers and branding a little bit different, doing Accurate Electric heating and air, because people would ask us at like home shows and stuff like, hey, what do you do?
Yeah.
And I'm like, dude, how do you not know what we do? Like, have a lightning bolt right there, you know?
Yeah.
That's
That's not
shocking.
enough.
Yeah.
That's shocking.
I'm lame. I know. It's fine.
But anyway,
There's a lot happening in the trades world, and it's really, I think 2024 is going to hit different. It's going to hit really, really different because people are going to, they're really going to think. I think you're going to start seeing. They're not going to call you until the handyman has screwed it up, because they're going to go cheap first because they still need it fixed, but then it's not going to work right because the handyman did it, and then you're going to go behind them. And they're only going to call a professional when a permit is required. Because
I see that. I think it's just absolutely it has to be absolutely necessary. Can we do without this right now because we don't have the money?
Yeah.
We're seeing some of that. I think people
How
are
long
holding
can we
back.
get by without having this?
Right.
Yeah.
And then people who bought houses with really high interest rates are going to be looking to dump them because they're not going to be able to afford the mortgage payment anymore.
Oh yeah,
And-
dude, that's going to be crazy.
Well, that should open up the door for service in
Yeah,
a certain way.
And it does. When people have to sell a home, they have to go through and mark what doesn't work, but then you're going out and you're giving estimates on what it's going to take to fix it. And then
You never get the job.
You never get the job because they just need the invoice to take the cost off of the closing ticket.
So you got to put the ticket at $250 to do a third-party inspection
Yeah.
because you're never going to get the job. So might as well charge for the inspection.
Yeah. Yeah, it's going to be I think it's going to be tough this year, but I think after we pull through, which I hate to say it because I'm not a political speaking person, but I think once we pull through this election year, things might change, things might get different,
Well, you got to be somewhat political because it revolves around your business. I mean,
does.
Oh, it does.
It greatly affects all of us.
It affects how they spend and how they select to purchase. And
Hell, it affects how we spend as business owners. Like we can't reinvest into our own business right now.
Yeah.
I'm holding back. I'm just want to. We stay the same, or just a smidgen more. I'm okay with this year doing that because I know it's going to be tough. But then again, I mean, heck, we hit January. We're already I'm not even there, to ride everybody's tail is what I feel like I should be doing, but I'm not even there, and we're having a pretty good first kickoff in January. We're already almost halfway what we did in December, in 1 week. So it's looking good. I think we may be overthinking it, but just be cautious because it could turn in a moment.
And I think the company owners and business owners that lived 2008 to 2011 are scared as hell because we're almost questioning ourselves, like, do we have what it takes to live through that again? Because we literally, I mean, there are business owners that literally drained everything they had to make it.
Yeah, you did that this past year. Or are you talking about back then?
No, I'm talking about back in 2008 to 2011.
And you did this past year.
No. I'm talking about 2008, 2011. There's business owners out there that literally drained everything they had to hold on.
It was awful.
And then, and now they're kind of looking at what's happening and what's transpired at least half of 2023 and into now. They're looking at it going, shit.
It's very similar.
Yeah. It's going to be, It's a risk. The whole thing's a risk. Buying a company,
Absolutely.
doing this whole thing's a risk, right? It's all risk.
Yeah.
But worst case scenario, dump it and start all over.
Yeah.
You know?
Honestly, I just think
Starting all over is not easy. I'm going to tell you.
no,
it
it's
sucks.
not.
Because
It
I'm in
sucks.
the
The
middle of
older I
that.
get, the more it sucks. But
Yeah, that's what I'm getting at. Is that's like that generation that
And,
was.
and when are you going to have? Are you going to have the drive to do it again?
Yeah, that's what I was getting
The
at.
beat down of having to do that, and I'll tell you from experience, it's hard. It is hard. Where you're sitting right now, it's very easy for you to look at me and say, I can rebuild this again. I can rebuild this again because I've been where you're at and I had the same mindset.
yeah,
I have plenty of money. I can rebuild this again. I should probably rebuild it again right now so that I don't have to rebuild it whenever I'm broke.
yeah, thought that.
And that's it's kind of a mindset that I need you to have, because if you question even a smidget that you're going to have to rebuild it, go ahead and start it.
Yeah, 100%.
Go ahead and start the process.
Well,
that way it's not so hard if you do have to hit rock bottom.
Me and Lamanda will talk about it too, you know, because we hop in it, and she's really heavy on the numbers, you know, and that's what she does, is crunching the numbers, juggling the you know, the payments to who and when and where and what card to use and what card not to use, you know. So she is deeper in it than I am, and she's like, we've come so far learning things that we didn't know.
Yeah.
She goes, I don't want to hit the reset button. I want to
Right.
keep going, you know.
Yep.
So that gives me the fire. I'm like, okay, well, I'll make sure everybody's selling. How about that?
Yeah.
It works.
What's Kurt saying?
He wants us to do this in
Hey,
Russian.
boy. Oh, in Russian?
Yeah,
You have
and
to
he's
do
like,
it in Mother Russia?
he's like, never mind, it's fine. I'll just imagine the accents.
Is that
No, this is
Chastain?
better. Yes.
Kurt Chastain need the Russian comments.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
Kurt, you need to join in.
Kurt, would you like an invitation?
You need an
Kurt,
invitation.
you need the invitation, my friend.
My goodness, we're gonna get so much hate.
It's okay.
We
He
actually
said
did
yes.
a lot of
I'll get-
voices.
I'll-
Kurt, your
I got-
invitation is on the way.
I may just leave the boys' club to the boys' club.
Does anybody have vodka?
Dear lady, please come back.
Please. I need you.
She is going to ground us.
Here you come, live Kurt Chastain.
He's actually better at it than we are.
Yes, he is.
He's really good. He does a lot of great accents. We missed our calling. We should have been comedians.
Yeah. I don't know if you have Kurt Chastain. You're going to have to add him.
Yeah, good Tristan.
Kurt Cash Green.
Kurt out there slanging them pools.
Oh, pole slinger. Chess.
Who that is? That's that pool slinger. That's who that is.
Chastity. Kurt Chastity. Accept the friend request, Kurt. Check your messages, Kurt. Click on the link, Kurt.
It was in my instant message.
Insta message.
Yeah.
All right. You have the link. It has been sent to you, sir. Click on the link and it will add you in. Come on in, brother. Join the table. Can you break out a guitar?
Bang, bang, bang. You know, I can play the this one instrument very, very well.
Which one is it? Your mouth?
Radio.
Oh.
Bro, I can turn them knobs up and down. Oh, there it is. Come on, Garth Brooks.
Girth.
Garth Brooks.
My name is Garth Brooks.
His name is Garth Brooks. He's come to my country.
Come on, Kurt Chastain. Come and sing for me, baby. Whoa.
Not bad. I didn't know you could play the guitar.
Kurt, get your ass out of bed and press the button.
We know where he's at. He's not in bed.
I can't play tonight. My fingers don't work.
He's in that letting that Lincoln log go.
Lincoln Log.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, the throne. He is on the throne.
The throne?
Yeah.
Macaroni and cheese?
Yeah. He's got through playing some Clash of Clans, and now he's
Come on, Kurt. We gonna jam or what? Boom. I didn't mean to run her off. Well, we started talking about Kurt, and yeah, that's where she went.
Yeah, and I'm out of Crown and Coke, so
Oh, well, you're gonna need to make a drink.
yeah.
You got any reserve?
I tried the vanilla tonight for the first time.
Ooh, was it good?
It's all right. Oh, it's all right.
We need to get together when you get back in town.
See,
I say.
see. For sure.
Hey, come check out your shop. Where's your shop at?
We just went from Kaufman to Crandall, so it's like 7 minutes down the street. So Crandall, it's the old Crandall Fire Department.
Oh, nice.
So it's got 4 big bays where we got our material and stuff, and
Yeah, you got big doors and.
and then we got the office.
Did they leave the pole in?
There was no pole. Everybody asked that. There was no pole.
No pole.
Even the girls in the call center, like, is there going to be a pole? No, there's no pole.
Oh, you know the girls in the call center wanted the pole.
Yeah, they wanted the guys to rush down the pole when a service call came in.
Yeah, they want to see that sexiness.
I was like, this is going to be a good video. I think we can do this.
Yeah.
But we're right by.
You need to start a podcast there.
Oh, for sure. We definitely could.
Or at least vlog it. Like, get you a vlogging camera and walk around the shop and be like, what the fuck you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing? What are you doing?
We're doing we're building 2 more offices in there so that I can have a private office, because I've been sharing with the other managers and teaching and coaching with them to try and get them up to speed. So now it's like, all right, they got it. I need to back off and I just need a separate space.
Do you guys use a coach for yourselves?
We're doing SGI, which is now Certain Path.
Yeah.
And we got a good coach there, and they have a lot of great things, a lot of great benefits that they bring to the table. There's other things we've been looking into. I've heard Roundtable of, there's other guys on the internet that I think you guys are involved with too that has some good stuff. That most of the stuff that I'm seeing is like service and sales training. And me, I already do that. So
well, I'm
looking for something different.
Y'all need owner training.
Yes.
Y'all need something for you guys. I'll refer somebody to you that I think is really good. His name's Mike Claudio. Have you seen him? WinRate. He's with he owns WinRate. They're up north somewhere, but he'll fly to you, whatever. They're not cheap by any means, but this dude will shoot you straight, and he'll tell you things that you don't want to hear, but he will coach you in the way of going to the top. And he's been a coach for quite some time, and I probably wouldn't recommend really anybody else. And if he's listening, cheers to you. But I'll send you his information.
Yeah, send me. Yeah, we've been. That's. I think that's my biggest struggle is.
I wanted to hire him whenever I first started up this new electrical contracting company, and he's like, all right, so where are you at? We got into a conversation, right? We did a Zoom call, and he's like, okay, good. So how much money can you pay me a month right now? And I'm like, not much right now, dude. We're starting up. He's like, well, whenever you get $10,000, you can call me back. And I'm like, I respect that.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I'm not giving you 10 grand
Yeah, no, bro.
because I'm not at that level to just hand you 10 grand for a conversation. Like, you're gonna have to break that down a little bit for me. And he did. And he's a good dude. He's like, well, what you're gonna get for this 10 grand is you're going to make $1 million with. Well, I'm gonna give you $10,000 worth of knowledge that will convert to $1 million.
That'd be good.
I'm like, okay.
That'd be good.
He's like, but I'm not gonna give it to you right now for free. So when you have $10,000, come back to me, and then we'll take your company from here to here. Like, okay, but I watch him and I follow him. I encourage you to do the same thing. Watch his videos, kind of get familiarized with who he is before you set up a Zoom call. But he's a good dude.
Yeah, I mean, some of the things are definitely worth spending the money on. You know, the Service Titan we ended up getting with Service Titan Pros to help us out, and
I don't like it.
it's like, dude, so we're paying for Service Titan, paying for Service Titan Pros, and so we got to coach with them. But the Service Titan Pros, dude, they're badass. Those guys are freaking awesome. But if there's so many complicated steps in Titan,
There is.
and
It's like a code writer is behind the scenes doing all that stuff. Just like a genius, you know. And
well,
he's overcomplicating it. In my
there's
opinion.
some things that like I've learned from tampering around with it and figuring stuff out that I'll talk to a pro or someone at Service Titan and they didn't even know it could do that.
I sent you an invite to Mike Claudia's page. I don't know if you can see.
I'm on my phone. It may not. David Carell, marketing.
This is Mike. If you look at the screen, what his profile looks like.
No, I see it. Yeah. Very nice.
Yes.
Yeah, so you started, you were at Clements, and then now you're doing Valor.
Yes, we have Valor and CSG. CSG is like general contracting, roofing, everything else.
I like the Valor colors, honestly. No lie.
Valor turned out really well.
Yeah,
We changed logo several times, and then we feminized it because she owns it 100%. 100% female, veteran owned. So it needed to be more feminized on the logo. Originally, the logo was a male lion.
I can dig it. I think it's cool.
Lioness.
The woman-owned business thing is definitely a cool thing to promote.
I like it. Well, woman owned and veteran owned.
Oh, very nice.
So her having both of those
Pretty cool.
Should be good, but shit is slow. I mean, it's just extremely slow. We might get a call a week right now.
Well, you're what, a couple months in, right?
How far are we into Valor getting up off the ground?
4 months.
Yeah.
I feel like 4 or 5, somewhere in there.
Electrical has been very weird this year. Instead of a steady stream, it's been some weeks we'll get slammed and we can't keep up, and then there's some weeks where we don't know what everybody's going to do. You know, everybody's got 1 or 2 calls, maybe 1 call, and then it gets slammed again. So it's like every other week, and then we stayed slammed for the entire month of December for electrical, but HVAC was just kind of meh.
How are you doing, your guys? Are they all W-2?
Yeah, everybody works there. We don't have no subs or anything like that. I think
So
the only thing
whenever
we sub out is attic installation.
Whenever they have multiple dates off in a row, does it start turning over, or are they good with sitting down?
Well, most of them are all task pay, so they get their task hours that they get paid on, so they can make their whole paycheck in 1 call,
Yeah.
So they're not mad at it. Our shop is right next to the golf course, so we pay for them to have a membership to the golf course. That's part of the
their
little perk.
downtime to go over there.
Yeah, so they can just go over there and go play golf.
Can I get the name of the golf course? I'll apply to be a cart girl.
Yeah, we definitely blow some money.
No,
over
you
there.
won't. I know these technicians, so no, you won't.
Well, yeah, got him. You're taking a shot with us, no? But it's fun. The only thing, that was a cool idea, and giving the guys, a chance to go there and play golf for free all the time and sponsoring that, because it's like, have a good time, live a good life. We're slow. It's okay, bro. Even though inside me, I'm like freaking out.
Yeah. Get off the
We're
fucking
slow.
golf course and go run a call, bitch.
Like, here, you and the manager, y'all go. I'm gonna figure this out. But the bad side
It's
for me
hard to
was
think, too, when your technicians are there in the office standing over you and you're trying to put in the work to like find them a call or find them something to do, or like
Yeah, and they just want to shoot the shit.
yeah, it's hard when they're sitting there staring at you, or sitting in the office. So yeah, I like the idea of you going out and doing that.
no, for sure.
Let's go clean your truck or go play golf. Get out of my
If they're
face.
just sitting around and they're hanging over you, I can't think for some reason. I go brain dead. But
Well, your focus turns to them instead of what you're doing.
yeah,
Time for a drink, John.
yeah, time to refill. Lametta gave me the eye too, like, hey, we're entertaining. Where you at? Okay, I'm coming.
You're like, I'm entertaining. Facebook.
Hopefully she doesn't
the
watch
entire
this podcast review. All right, guys, peace out. Good talking to
leaving?
you. I'll hit you up when I get back.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do hit me up when you get back. We'll hook up.
Yeah.
Later, guys.
See ya.
Bye.
And it's back to just you and I.
Yeah, I'm messaging Kurt right now. He's like, I didn't mean to run you off. Those are just my best friends. I'm like, trust me, I don't know what happened, but what you think happened, but it takes a lot more than that. So they're good.
Yeah, fo. Mother Russia. Break out Mother Russia on you. Is that who's watching? Is it Mother Russia that's watching right now?
Probably. Or one of our children.
Make a comment if you're watching right now. Give us an emoji. Give us a thumbs up. Well, I think we need to finish this podcast with what we were originally talking about.
Okay, go for it. I'm going to turn my mic off because I'm having a snack.
Oh, you want me to wrap it up?
No. You don't have to wrap it up. Just you talk. And
Okay. Well, let me get back on topic in just a second. That's such a great noise. Find my chat bot.
Show you my booty. I'm sorry. I was picking up his guitar pick.
All right.
I forgot creamer in my
So
coffee.
here's the deal. Just going to read it verbatim. All right, guys. So we all know that people are struggling. People of all sorts are struggling, all walks of life. Everybody has a struggle in their life. And we're here to let you guys know that this is a safe place to air it out. So if anybody ever wants to come on and let their struggles go, we welcome you. Come on in.
And it's not something that has to be live, by the way. We
No,
do a
can-
lot of recordings.
We do a lot of private stuff too.
Yeah.
And it won't go live and it won't be published. If you just need a place to go or person to talk to, if you just need an ear, we're right here. I want everybody to know that they have a place to just go let it go. Don't go do something stupid because you have so much weight on you. Just go let it out. And I just wanted to stress that out. So there's that. So we know that people have personal struggles going on like that. So, but tonight's podcast was really based around business and what's going on with business and why. And I don't really have an answer for the why, but I do want to let everybody in the world know that it's not just the people that are suffering. It's also businesses that are suffering. and struggling. Um, and when businesses are struggling, it makes it hard for the public. It makes it hard for everybody. When businesses have to struggle, it literally trickles out into the form of you don't have a job. And then it trickles out into the form of your personal life. So it's going to happen with the economy being what it is. This is how the trickle effect works. So I'm going to read you guys something. Service businesses may face challenges due to various factors, such as economic downturns impacting consumer spending, increasing competition, and evolving customer preferences. Additionally, disruptions like technical, say the word, technological, sorry, there it is, changes, and the ongoing shift towards digital platforms can pose difficulties for traditional service models. Adapting to these changes, maintaining quality, and effectively marketing services become crucial for sustained success in a dynamic business landscape. Now, what that's saying is to really develop your marketing skills and really try to focus on your marketing stuff. Now, do I agree with that 100%? I don't believe that marketing 100% is going to keep your business alive. I think you're going to, as a business person, you are going to have to take steps in trying new, different things that you haven't already done. And if you try these things out, you can't 100% depend on them, nor should you, but you should at least try them. Everyone needs to try brand new things in their business in order to keep that structure going. So I totally believe in that aspect 100%. So if you've been stagnant and you haven't been trying new ideas, if you haven't tried new marketing, if you haven't done the content part of things like Google suggests that you do, like we suggest that you do, you need to be doing them.
Yeah.
You need to be trying to do them.
Right.
And the content part of things is very simple. All you have to do is pull your phone out at your office, pull your phone out at your job site, have your technicians take a video, small videos of what it is that they're doing. Give it to you so you can post it on Facebook. Have them post it on Facebook. Give them the ability to do that.
Yeah, you don't have to make him an admin. You can just make him like a user or whatever it's called.
But you're crippling yourself by not doing these things.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone is able to do these things. They may not be willing to. You may have to put that into your handbook, make them sign something,
Mm-hmm.
and then make that part of what your daily structure is. But I can promise you in the service industry that your guys are not busy 100% of the day. They're not. They have downtime. When they get to the job, they have downtime right before they leave the job. They have time to take these videos for you. So I highly encourage that for you guys.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I agree.
So something else that I want to talk about is suppliers and supplies. I don't know if this is the time or place. Since this podcast is almost 2 hours long now.
Okay.
But suppliers and supply chain, I really don't know where that's at the moment. Are we still struggling to get materials?
I think so on some things, like with meter bases for us.
Yeah. I think the cost there. So I went to go buy a panel. All right. So I looked at Home Depot prices before I went to Elliott's. And this panel at Home Depot was going to be $800 for the same panel that I spent $400 on. That 2 years ago, this panel would have cost me $158.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
From $158 to $800 at Home Depot is a huge, huge change.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so how am I supposed to sell that to my homeowner that's already pissed off about my numbers?
Yeah, because our overhead is our overhead.
Let me tell you how. You don't go buy from Home Depot. You stay with your supplier. You work deals into your suppliers. You all can do this. You have your suppliers make a deal directly between you and Eaton or whoever the hell you're using on products.
I mixed this up. This one's yours.
Have a service price guarantee for at least 6 months, which you can lock in with your supplier on pretty much everything, even commodities. You guys can do this. You
Yeah.
guys may not know that you can do this, but you can do this. It
Yeah.
does exist. You can lock in pricing for a certain period of time. And if somebody tells you no, tell them you want to speak to somebody else.
Good call, babe. Yeah.
I don't know. That's really all I have on that.
Oh, okay.
But I'm just trying to help save people money. I mean, there's so many ways to save money that it's ridiculous. And there's so many ways to get screwed over that it's ridiculous.
Yeah. There's a lot of things too that like people are going to start cutting back on. I don't
I
think
thought I smelled blueberry.
Yep. I don't think, and I told you I broke the espresso machine. It didn't have water in it, and I pressed the button, and yeah,
Did you bucket it?
I think I did. Maybe you know how to fix it. But I think that I don't want to speak negatively, and I don't want to speak doom and gloom. I don't want to speak all of this. I'm just telling you what I'm reading in the mom groups. What?
I just changed the time on this.
Okay. I don't want to speak doom and gloom and into anything and everything, but it's just I'm telling you what I've been seeing in the mom groups and moms posting this and that, and you had a conversation
What does
with
mom say?
the moms are saying like, I can't afford this. I can't afford this. I'm pulling my kids out of this.
Yeah, let's talk about it.
They're pulling their kids out of the extracurriculars that they were paying for. So like the gymnastics, the traveling sports team,
Yeah.
the car
About even the
payments,
local sports stuff.
like, and that's gone up in prices,
Because that's expensive. Yeah.
Mhm. That's gone up, and then it's like, oh, but we gave you a $5 discount because you've enrolled multiple kids. That really doesn't mean
and
shit to
then
me.
I'm sure that
That doesn't even buy the ball for them
uniforms
to
are gonna be like,
practice.
okay, sorry, you have to get the uniforms now.
Right.
Sure, that's going.
Yeah. It's just I already see it coming. Moms are usually, to me, the way I see it, moms are the first ones, the telltale sign. Because they've got their pulse on what's happening in the home. They've got their pulse on the bank account. They are the decision makers of like the grocery budget and like they know the household finances. The man brings in the money, right? But the woman is the decision maker of like the disbursement of it. And
Most homes.
most homes, yeah. And so like when you got moms posting like, "Oh, we can't afford this. We're letting a car go. We've pulling the kids from sports." Like you got to be worried. You need to be worried.
Yeah.
And I get to, God bless me, I get to actually speak on the fact that I get to see both sides, business and mom and business and wife. And that I'm here to tell you that there's something coming that you guys need to open your eyes to. And this year is going to be hard for trades. It's going to be hard because women and moms and households are already making cuts. And I'm here to tell you, it's not because the mom's not working, because they already are working. And guess what? The moms, they've already decided, you know what? We're done having kids because we can't afford childcare. Yes, I would love to have 2 more, but I can't afford the childcare and I can't afford to stay home either. So guess what? I guess I'm done having kids. Like, how heartbreaking is that moms are out there and women are having to choose like, well, I can either choose to make it or I can choose to have a child. And if you've ever, as a woman, had that placed on your heart and in your soul that you want to be a mom, but you literally have no way to pay for it, is absolutely heartbreaking. There are women out there who decide that they don't want to have children. I'm not talking to those women. And if you don't think it's for you, it's not for you. That's your choice. I believe you and I support you in that. But I also support the woman who's like, I want to have a kid, but I don't know how because childcare is $300 a week for an infant. $300 a week. So a month. Just
It's
a month.
ridiculous. It's $2,000 a month.
You're better at math than I am.
It's almost 2,000. It's like 1,800.
That's $15,600 a year to send because the rate for infant childcare doesn't drop until they turn 18 months old. So from The
From
entire
newborn to 18 months.
Mhm.
It's 15 grand
over 15, almost
for
16.
that year.
Almost
for a
$16,000.
year and a half.
Yes.
Yeah.
So when they talk about the
So what does it drop to?
I don't know. I think it's
Probably not much.
no,
20 bucks.
probably.
Ridiculous.
So that you look at people and they're like, oh, they've got a 5-year age gap between the two. Yeah, because they could only afford to have one kid in childcare at a time.
And that is why.
That is why what?
That is why.
Yeah, it's $15,000.
We had to plan having kids over the cost to put them in daycare.
Mhm.
And yeah, I'm laughing, but it's ridiculous.
It's true though. It's happening.
I understand it's true.
It's $1,300 if you divide that yearly cost into actual 12 solid months instead of weeks. That's $1,300.
It's money you're just throwing away.
It's $1,300 a month for childcare. One
So
kid,
take that out of your.
and that's a decent facility. That's like
Take that out of what you get paid. So if you made, all right, for the women out there, and I'm not trying to discredit the women, but for the women out there, say you are on a salary of, I'll go the high side, 60 grand a year,
okay.
and then you take out the
Hang
child
on.
care for it.
That's okay. So you divide that by 12. That's $5,000 a month, and I said the child care is $1,300 a month.
Mhm.
That leaves you with $3,700, and that needs to cover
For the month.
if you're living alone and independent. That means that you need to cover your car and payment, your car insurance, your phone, food, and rent, and your electricity and your water with $3,700. That's all you have left.
All right, so we just went through the bills. I'm going to tell you what the bills cost
Without the groceries.
without the groceries and without sparklets and without the TV.
Okay.
Okay. That would be, and without my truck.
Oh, I thought your truck was included in that.
It is, but I'm going to take my truck out of it just because this. 5, 8 to 9.
It was $63.37 with
It would have
everything.
been. It'd be $3,900
A month.
a month for rent, water, electricity.
Oh, that doesn't include the car insurance.
Nope, because I
doesn't
don't
inc-
know what their car insurance is. Their car insurance may be $200 for a single person. It's not going to be what ours is.
No, and even my 2-bedroom apartment and a decent, like I'm talking about, like when I was by myself.
but you're negative already, and you haven't gone to the grocery store.
No.
This is what I'm getting at.
Yeah.
It's not possible to live off of a $60,000 salary anymore.
No,
And $60,000 salary seems like a decent salary
it's not.
for a single person.
It's not.
You know what a decent salary is in order for
100K.
you to even do anything?
To break even, it's $100K.
No, for you to be able to do something and put something back or put something into something else.
You need to be making 160, 180.
No, I think 100,000 for one person, for one individual. Say if they're a single parent
With one kid. Not two, just one.
Yeah, every kid's $1 million.
Mm-hmm.
Say you're a single parent, and this is what you got to do. If you made $100,000 a year, you would be able to put a little bit back.
Not much.
But at 60 grand, you're not doing anything but going negative.
Yep. Yeah, you're not gonna be able to.
Somebody else here?
No, just Hannah. She's got her headset on. Yeah, like you calculate childcare into that. And then to that, if you're a working mom and it's not full-time daycare, you're still having to send your kid to some type of after-school care program. And then let's talk about having to send your kid to summer care. Summer care is outrageous. Summer care is $160 something a week.
It's really no different than the other thing.
Exactly.
You just keep paying for it. So another 15 grand.
Yep.
So there's 30.
So you've got, So
there's half of what you bring.
So you're
in.
getting a
You're
little bit
paying
of a
30 grand.
You're getting a little bit of a break because you've got, I'm just trying to explain childcare to people because they think like, oh, these people just aren't working hard enough. No, we are working plenty hard enough. But even if they go to what's called ASP, which is after school program, after school program is $180 per kid, but it only works when the kids are in school. So the week that there's no Thanksgiving or there's no school because of Thanksgiving, the 2 weeks that they're off for the Christmas break, the week for spring break, all of the holidays, random Fridays and Mondays that there's no school, there's no after school program. So you've got to then range childcare. That childcare is going to cost you money because you're not always going to have an older kid. Sometimes you've got a kid that's elementary school that can't stay home by themselves yet independently, or that they are staying home by themselves, but they shouldn't, but you're doing what you absolutely freaking can. So we've put ourselves and worked ourselves in this position of having to have two incomes to make a household run, but that's not possible unless you're making $200,000 or more in a two-person household income. One person has to make at least 200 grand.
Yeah.
In order for this to work. So then, for instance, that week that your kid's out of school and they can't stay home by themselves, you got to find some type of camp for them to go to. Camp alone is going to run you, depending upon the activity, and I've priced it out and I've looked at just about every activity for every gender of our kids and every interest of our children. It runs anywhere from $125 a week on the super low end to $260 for the high activity. And that you need to include in your budget. So you say, for instance, you're like, okay, I spaced my kids out, so I only have got one in daycare. Well, then you've got these random holiday weeks that really throw off your budget, because not only did you pay $272 for your kid to go to daycare, but now you also have paid let's just round it out, $175 for your kid to go to camp. And then during the summertime, you've got to pay $200 a week for your kid to partake in the summer camp and pack their lunch for them to be able to partake in this summer camp.
By the way, your $60,000 salary just turned into 30.
What do you mean?
Because you've got not only daycare but summer camp.
Yeah.
So 15 and 15, that's 30.
Yep.
So now you only make $30,000 a year.
And you still need to pay rent in our town, the lowest rent that I've seen.
Just do rent. Do your bills across the year. All right. So how much is that going to be? I'll let you know. Well, you're going to need $44,400. So
Is that for this rent or for my apartment rent?
That's for this rent and electricity and water.
And you times that times 12.
Yeah. So you need to make $44,000 in order to cover rent, water, electricity.
What'd you say water was?
It was $180.
And what'd you put for electricity?
$490, I think.
Okay.
I put $3,700 on that.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's insane. That's just for the year. So don't forget about gas. Don't forget about groceries. Don't forget about sports activities. Don't forget about your car insurance and your cell phone. I mean, that's just
date night.
You're not having date night.
You're not having alcohol.
Nope.
You're not having cigarettes.
Nope.
You have no extracurricular things going in your body. You don't get to go get a tattoo or anything. You don't get your hair cut. Let's talk about that. Get your hair done. For a man, it's not too bad. But for a woman, a couple $100
every time. Yeah. Hairdresser is not cheap.
And then y'all want to get your nails done.
That's gone
There's
up. So I
$100.
used to be able to get my nails done for $40.
Now it's $100, isn't it?
It's $100 just get my nails done. Yeah.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. So $100 on the nails, $200-$300 on the hair. Where are you gonna get that from?
Yep.
And
why are we working ourselves so hard? Like, I don't understand the why. I don't understand this American dream that was written for us. And who wrote it?
Well, nobody that's running anything. I'll tell you that.
This is complete bullshit.
We'll tag Blowjide in this.
Oh gosh, he doesn't care. It's your Congress and your legislation that you need to be voting on, because those are the ones that put the bills across the laws and regulations across the desk of the president.
Yeah, people, I know that it gets like gets talked about so much, and people don't want to get involved in politics, and especially the younger people, they don't understand. But you guys really need to vote, and we need to really figure out how to vote and what you're voting for.
Mhm.
But people need to vote so that we keep stupid out of the freaking office. And we need younger people in the office. These old folks that just want to keep ruining the economy need to get the fuck out.
Well, they're not having to live the economy is the
It's
thing.
it's time for new
it-
blood.
Yeah, it's the ones and there again, I believe more moms who are literally in the trenches need to be in the office.
Maybe so.
Need to be in
Maybe
the
we need the
offices.
moms to go into Congress.
We do, because we're the ones that live the struggle. We're the ones.
Y'all go run. Go. I'll vote for you. Let's
You're-
go.
You're not the first person to ever tell me in my lifetime that I should.
Go.
I know. I don't know how to politically run for anything.
You don't have to. That's what you have people organizers for.
I don't even know how to fundraise, but
You just have to say that you want to do it to the right crowd, and then they'll figure it out.
I want to make change for the world. I want to make change. I really, and I've
You're
said
gonna have
that.
to come for more than that.
I want to, huh?
So you're gonna have to come at them with more than that.
Oh, I know. I know.
I want to run for office.
I want to run for dog catcher.
You gonna be dog catcher?
No, I want to be put in the place and in front of people where we're going to make some serious change for what it's really like living out here in the world. The ones who are actually struggling, the ones who are living the life. I mean, I remember when I lived in my, we called it the hotel, when I lived in the apartment.
It was a hotel. We would check in and check out.
I loved my apartment so much.
It's a very nice hotel.
Was right. Thank you. I don't think
I miss it. I kind of wish we were able to have both.
me too. Me
Because I
too.
go check in and out all the time.
Oh my goodness.
Nobody's watching.
No, but what gets me is like I really like when I was living in the apartment, there was a family that lived above me and they were struggling. They had one car, they had 2 kids. Sweetest mama alive. She would come down and she'd apologize and say, "I'm so sorry." And I'm like, "Dude, you live in an apartment with 2 active toddlers. I don't care that he just got a dump truck. Let him make all the noise in the world." You know, it wasn't like the kid was running around making a crap ton of noise at 2 a.m. He was making noise during normal noise time. You're fine. You know, and like me being like that literally put that mama into tears because she was like, "I don't have anybody that understands." You know, the people that lived here before didn't understand, you know, and then apartment complexes give people a hard time when they have kids because they know that there's going to be noise complaints and things like that. It's like, dude, like the struggle is just so much more than I got to worry about how I'm going to eat, you know, and that daddy that would come home and I would cross paths with him in the stairwell and he would just look exhausted. You could tell he was literally giving every ounce of everything he had because, you know, the second that he would walk in that door, you could hear him. You know, those kids were excited. He was greeting them and playing with them on the floor. Like you could hear it all through the floor of the apartment. But that's where we need to start making a difference. That's where we need to make change because we literally cannot afford to do anything else. And I feel like our government and legislation is making us that way.
Yeah.
Not to get political on everyone, and
Do
my
it.
apologies, but
No apologies.
we've got to do better. People, and you know, for some reason, my social feeds are changing, and there is this massive flea happening right now of, you know, what's it like being a mom in the United States or, you know, a mom that was from the United States that left that's never going back. And they're telling like what they're actually able to do and why it's good for them and how they feel. And like something's got to change, something's got to break because women are going to literally, we can't afford to have kids. We can't afford to have babies. We can't afford to have families. We don't want to get married because what it's going to cost. And it's just not looking so good.
Yeah, I saw this. Everybody's going to Vegas to get married. Shotgun weddings.
Nobody can afford a wedding anymore.
No, everybody's doing this Vegas thing again. It's a trending thing.
Well, yeah, like I said, who's going to want to spend
Nobody.
$20,000-$30,000 on
Well,
a
they're going to
wedding?
spend a little bit going to Vegas, but
Not
20
$30,000.
Right.
I'm going to look it up. The average wedding cost of 2023. I nailed it.
You nailed it.
29,000.
$29,000.
I told you $30,000 to plan a wedding
That's
and have
too
a
damn
wedding.
much money.
Yeah, to pay for somebody else to come party with you.
That's too damn much, girl. Shoot.
Massachusetts had
Mm.
had the most expensive. Arkansas had the least expensive. I don't even think Texas is on this list.
We're live.
I don't even think Texas is on this list. The average wedding cost by state. And this is for 2022. New Jersey at 53,000. Let's find out what Texas was for 2022. Utah has the cheapest wedding. Utah does a lot of weddings, I bet.
Utah.
Yeah, Texas for trending for 2022 is still 30,000 for Texas, 30,200. So yeah, I could see cost of weddings are that. That's a lot of money. I don't think I want to spend that much.
No.
No.
Yeah, me neither.
But yeah, I think it would be really interesting if we had a complete female Congress.
It'd be good.
Be really freaking interesting.
I think it'd be good. I think there'd be a lot of fighting, but I think it would be good.
Yeah. Be interesting to see what it would look like. Because they've basically, this male dominated lawmaking group was male dominated and basically made it to where we had to be 2-income homes and forced us to work, and now we can't afford to have kids. How do we change it? Because if our children left alone to raise themselves, what happens? And then our children are indoctrinated by the school systems. What's happening? Has anybody done the history of where the school system came from? It's scary. I recommend you do it and try it. What are you looking up?
I'm just doing some marketing in the middle of this.
Okay. Well, if you're going to do that, I'm going to do some reading. I'm kind of interested now. And
You want to read to us?
no, something private.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right, guys. Well, I guess we're out since nobody's here. Thanks for tuning in. And until next time, and there will be a next time really soon.
Probably.
We'll see you sometime soon.
Yep.
Have a good night.
Okay, bye, y'all.